Welcome to a Game Grin video review. I played Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy The Telltale series, Episode 1, Tangled Up in Blue, on PC. And here's what I thought. Tangled Up in Blue, yes, named after a Bob Dylan song, has the Guardians battling Thanos for a MacGuffin called the Eternity Forge. Why does he want it? What is it? And what will happen to those who stand in his way? It's set in its own universe, so don't worry about spoilers for the comics or either movie. I like Telltale games in a general sense. I was worried that Guardians would be a little dark given Telltale's recent releases, but I found it surprisingly light. I was laughing quite a bit at a lot of the lines. First of all, what bugged me about the game was the fact that it isn't Telltale's own take on the Guardians, like their Batman was a new take on the character. Telltale have drawn heavily from the movies, and quite lightly from the comics, going as far as Star-Lord donning a cassette tape Walkman and listening to hits from the 70s. Take Drax, for instance. In the comics, Drax was originally a human whose spirit was put into a new body to kill Thanos after he was killed by the Mad Titan himself. In the movies, he's an alien of some description. In the game, he's an alien of some description. Even his codex file doesn't know where he's from. The Nova Corps, in the comics, were basically Marvel's version of Green Lanterns, space cops who flew around powered by the Nova Force contained in their helmets. In the movies, they're inept space mall cops who fly around in ships. Same as in the game. The Guardians as a team, however, banded together in the comics to combat any cosmic threat to the galaxy. In the movie, they banded together out of necessity. In this game, they banded together to fight Thanos. Not entirely sure what they were doing before the events in Tangled Up in Blue, but that's neither here nor there. Now, my one big complaint about Telltale's Batman and Game of Thrones was the lack of gameplay. Since they're video games, I expected more than a conversation simulator. Thankfully, there's more to do in Tangled Up in Blue than there was in at least half of Batman. There are still long chats and choices to make, but there are longer quick-time event sequences and several areas to walk around in. Admittedly, this was the first time I've played a Telltale game on PC, so the graphics were better than I'm used to. Or it may be the fact that, although it's in their style, it doesn't have the cel-shaded stylings. Audio-wise, all of the voice actors are great, with Telltale stalwart Scott Porter voicing the main protagonist Star-Lord very well, and Nolan North not being too Nolan North as Rocket Raccoon. The music is also used well. There are even a couple of licensed tracks from the 70s. Finally, I should mention the story. Unfortunately, it manages to hit almost every trope dead on, and no matter what choices you make, it seems one of the characters' destiny is set in stone for later episodes. One trope that's rammed down your throat is the "I'm coughing so that means I'm going to die" trope, even though it happens in a memory about a character that we know is dead. There are also two uses of awkward pause, so I'll quip, which doesn't bode well for the series. Tangled Up in Blue will take you about an hour and a half to finish. If you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy, any iteration of them, then there's definitely something to appreciate. There are Easter eggs to find and a genuinely funny script to enjoy. There's the usual Telltale bug of scene transitions dropping frames all over the place, and overly long scenes of just watching the game, but it's a good start. I give this episode 7.5 out of 10. I'll do another video review for episode 2, Under Pressure, when it comes out, and for each episode. Then, when the final episode is released, there'll be a written review on GameGrin.com. Thanks for watching, and game on.